For those of you who've been yogaing with me this week, we've been doing a breathing practice. And we're going to do it again because it's fascinating to me. Settle in, find your seat. And if it's easy on your body, scoot a little bit forward on the chair. You can even take a blanket or a towel to elevate the pelvis a little if you'd like. One of the ideas here is to have the hips and the knees come into an alignment. If legs are short, you can always bring 2 blocks under the feet to lift the knees up so that they come into alignment with the hips. That's an option when seated for a little more help in the postures, a little more stability in the pelvis, a little more support for the hip joints. So there's an option right there. And maybe the shorter blocks would be a good choice for that. So as we settle in with our breath, gently close the eyes if that feels safe. Otherwise, a soft focus in the eyes. And as we feel the breath moving in and out of the nostrils, in and out of the body, we're going to bring our attention to the right nostril. And as we breathe in, we're going to feel or imagine that we feel the breath moving down through the trachea into the bronchi, which leads into the lungs. And there's 3 lobes on the right side. So we're focusing on the right side breath. And we're feeling our way, sensing our way, or imagining our way into the right lung. And as we're breathing in and out, we may notice the breath all the way into the pelvis. And we may notice the breath in the collarbone. Imagining or sensing the lung as sliding up and down as we breathe. We're just allowing our focus to be fully right-sided breath. And now we're gently going to release that focus, come back to a natural rhythm of breath, a natural softness in the breath, and gently open the eyes and experience the right side of the body and the left side of the body. And just notice if there's any difference in sensation right to left. So imagine this practice. Say we're working on the left knee, perhaps focusing the breath on the left side and imagining the knee receiving the breath, or the heel of the right foot, or the left side of the neck. We can take our breath anywhere in our imagination or through our sensory body, and perhaps affect change. We're going to take our hands next to the body and we're going to do some sun sweeps. So being very conscious of the shoulders, we're breathing in, palms up as the arms rise, and then palms down as they descend. We're going to breathe in on the ascent and exhale on the descent. Going only as high as the shoulders allow, no force, no strain. Perhaps they go a little higher, maybe they don't. Again, no force or strain here. We're simply warming up the shoulders, the schneck, the shoulders and the neck. And we're going to do a little exploration with the neck next. One more sweep. Come back to a neutral position. Now we're going to rotate the neck to the right. Now we're going to go slowly here, noticing which side, as we rotate to the left, which side is noisier. Maybe your neck feels totally soft and calm, but we're going right and left just to have a baseline to notice. And the next time we're coming back from the left, we're going to pause in the center and we're going to take our ear to the shoulder that was the noisiest. So so it may be for you the right, it may be for me the left. I'm taking my ear toward my shoulder. Breathing here. Now extend the arm on the same side as the ear to shoulder. Maybe roll it around a little bit, move it just a little bit. And then we're going to sweep it up and bring it over the head, perhaps resting on the opposite ear. And we're just going to allow the weight of the arm to create a little traction here, maybe releasing the opposite arm. We're not pulling or tugging. And now it may feel good to do a little micro movements. Maybe the chin moves up and down or the nose. Not too big. Breathing. Come to neutral. Keep the head where it is. Release the hand. And then take the chin down toward the center. And we're going to roll to the opposite side now. So now we're taking the ear to the opposite side, the side that was less noisy. Maybe we drop the opposite arm. We're going to extend the arm on the same side, wave it around a little bit, and then sweep it up and bring it over the head, perhaps touching the opposite ear, letting the weight of the arm traction the neck, the schneck. And then maybe there's a little bit of micro movement, chin or nose, just going up and down ever so slightly, nothing big, no extremes, ease and simplicity. Pausing, release the hand, release the chin, come to the center, tuck the chin in to lift the head. Let the hands go down. We're going to do sun sweeps again. And maybe notice, is there anything different? Breathing in to rise and releasing. And one more time. Hands are going to come to heart center here. We're going to interlace the fingers and we're going to press the ceiling away. So be mindful of the shoulders. If they're not ready to go overhead, that's great. Find the spot at which it works. And we're going to go up, 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 pausing when we feel that's enough. We're going to take it a wee bit to the left and a wee bit to the right. We're going to come back to center. Arms are going to float down. We're going to flip the hands so the knuckles are forward now. And we're going to extend through the shoulder blades, bring the chin toward the heart. This will feel like a cat posture. On the in breath, we're going to go back up, press the ceiling away or the front of the room away, depending on your shoulders. And then on the out breath, we're flipping the hands, knuckles come forward, chin to chest, nice curling in the upper back. One more extension to the sky. And floating down, knuckles away. Pausing at heart center. We're going to bring ourselves into a little bit of a back bend here. So if extending the hands above the head all the way doesn't feel good, then just bring the arms to cactus. You get to decide what's going to feel best for you. We're going to extend, and then we're going to let our head fall back without dropping it. We're coming into a little back bend. So this is like cow. If your arms are at cactus, draw those shoulder blades toward each other. One more breath here. And then we come back to neutral. We're going to rotate the head right and left again. And maybe notice if there's any more ease, even if it's a microscopic difference. Let the shoulders be soft. We come back to center. And now we're going to come to standing. So to do this, place 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, hinge at the hips. If you can do it without pressing into the chair, great. Otherwise, press into the chair. We're going to come to standing. Here we go. We're in mountain. So in mountain, we're going to begin by connecting our feet to the floor, lift the toes, press into the big toe mound, the little toe mound, and then find the center of the heel. Lift the knees into the quadriceps, heart rises. Allow yourself to feel regal. There's majesty in this posture. I'm going to take this now into a Warrior Two series. So we're going to step our feet wide. You decide how wide you'd like your feet to be. It can be a short step here. We're going to turn the left toes out, and we're going to kick that right heel out also. We're going to float our arms up, do this palms up. So we'll be doing some sun sweeps here. We're going to allow the front knee to bend. Make sure that you can see your big toe. If the knee's folding in, you're not going to be able to see the big toe. We want to do that. So the idea that the knee faces the second and third toe, another way to discover that is to be able to look down and see the big toe. We're going to float those arms up. And then on the next in-breath, we're going to straighten the front leg and sweep our arms up to cactus or overhead. And then on the out breath, we're going to come back to Warrior Two. Now, if you want to change the positioning of your hands, you can do that. The out breath brings us back into the lunge. The in breath takes us to extension and back to lunging. I'm going to do a couple more of these. Keep that breath moving. And one more. This time we're going to straighten the front leg, turn both toes forward. We've come to parallel. Place the hands on the hip joints, wag your tail just a little bit. And now we're going to turn that left foot out. We're going to bend that knee. We're going to make sure we can spot the big toe from standing. And then we're going to take that back foot and we're going to scoot that heel out just a little bit. The torso's coming a little bit toward the camera for most of us. Pause here and feel if we can find equal standing. The weight on the front foot, the weight on the back foot, the arms rise. On the in breath, straighten the front leg, and on the out breath, release. And maybe look over the front hand, breathe in. Maybe the eyes follow the arms now if that feels good. Breathe in, back to heart center, parallel feet, hands to hip joint, wag the tail. Turn the feet out. So the feet are still wide. Everyone comes to cactus. We're pausing here and then we're going to rise up a wee bit and then we're going to settle back down. So we're doing some moving in goddess pose. Lots of breath. The next time we're up, the toes turn forward. We're coming to 5-pointed star. Lift the kneecaps into the quadriceps, strong legs as we sweep our arms up and back to 5-pointed star, of course. Cactus works too. So if you're in cactus, we're just lifting the hands. If you're doing full length, couple it with breath. Pausing, and now the hands come to heart center. Heel toe the feet toward each other. Lift the shoulders to the ears, roll them on back and down. Lift them up, roll them back, draw the shoulder blades together and down. One more time in this direction. Switch direction so the shoulders roll forward. Space those shoulder blades. Take a really good expansion between the shoulder blades as we do this. Woo. And one more. And now we're going to come to our chair with our blocks. We're going to take the blocks, set them on the chair. We're going to take our feet wide again. We're going to keep the toes parallel. And we're just going to do a nice fold here to the blocks. Maybe bringing the hands together to rest the forehead on prayer hands. Lift the sits bones here. Let the neck be nice and long. So I'm resting on my elbows. You can be resting on the forearms. Maybe there's a little softness in the knees. Maybe you'd like a little more and we can bring the head to the blocks. You decide for yourself what feels best. Remember, your body is your teacher. To rise out of this, we're going to place our hands on the seat of the chair. We're going to slowly press ourselves up. We're going to walk our feet toward each other. Bend the knees deeply. Float the arms forward. Then press into the feet to rise through chair. Hands float down. Come to heart center. We're going to make our way back to seated. So come on back. Bringing the attention once again to the breath. And we'll do a slow rotation of the head and the neck. And as we do this, when we're going to the left, press into the right foot. Back to center. When we go to the right, press into the left foot. Back to center. So we've done some rotations just using the neck to soften up. And now we're using our whole body. Noticing how much more ease there may be in the turning of the head when we have activated our feet. Ah, the feet, the gift that continues to give. Let's pause in the center and enter our time of Shavasana. Perhaps gently close your eyes. Our thought for today is a metta prayer, a metta meditation. I invite you as we begin the cycle that has the I in it to consider this is for you. Then we will send it to another. And then we will send it to all. May I feel protected and safe. May my heart remain open. May I awaken to the light of my true nature. May I be healed and be a source of healing for the world. May you feel protected and safe. May your heart remain open. May you awaken to the light of your true nature. May you be healed and be a source of healing for the world. May we all feel safe and protected. May our hearts remain open. May we awaken to the light of our true nature. May we be healed and be a source of healing for the world. Perhaps finding a wee bit of a smile, allowing the corners of the mouth to turn up just a little bit to bring more prana into the body. Won't you join me as we open our arms wide? We gather all the blessings that already exist and we draw them in appreciation and gratitude into our hearts. And together we all say, Namaste.